Well, well, well. Merry Christmas and a happy holidays. So we're live here today in the studio. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I've been traveling. I've been going all over the place. So we just want to get back to things and start back up again, right?
Right.
So you know my co-host here, Tamara Mitten. Say hello.
Hello from Little Ethiopia,
Yeah,
Ramadan.
absolutely. And we also have with us Mr. Hubert Owens Jr., and he is running for State Senate District 32, Maryland. So we are so happy to have you here today.
Oh, thank you so much.
We was hanging out together. We took some photos of you recently. We have one photo. I want to show that picture because you probably remember you was hanging out at Howard. You stopped through.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have that picture. Check him out. He's looking
I
sharp,
like
my
that.
brother. I told him to come in the studio, and I said, just be yourself, right? Here he is.
Oh, there it is.
Live in person. I love his colors. He's matching up. Even you have on some red, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Way, that's the way to start the holidays. Well, we have a little song for you before we get started. Can we play the music? Because we have the Intruders singing a holiday spiel for you. So how do you like that?
That's
Isn't that
amazing. That's
awesome?
very
Put me
good.
to the spirit.
We got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's the holidays. It is Christmas Eve, and we are so excited some of their music to be able to play it here on the set. That was held at Bethesda Blues and Jazz. We actually took some footage from it. I don't know if we could show those pictures next. If we can, that would be awesome. And we had who was in the house. Mousy was there. Everybody was in there. I ain't even gonna say some names. Of course, Denise was there. I was there, and everyone. Bo was there. And we was just in the house. We were having a wonderful time. And as you can see from the pictures, have you been to Bethesda?
I've been through that before.
Oh, well, you have to
Yeah.
definitely check it out. Boy, what we was in the house and we were representing. We were having so much fun. So check out my photos on Facebook if you haven't seen them yet. I'm going to post them today. And you see my man up in there always doing his thing. He was on the drums doing what he does best. So I'm going to just go back and just share some pictures from also from the holidays, okay? So we took some Christmas pictures. I was on a scene. I was at MGM, and I was also over there. They have this little place down there. That's me, of course. Is a restaurant down the street. It's called Miracle on 7th Street. And yes, that's the inside of the venue. Have you ever been in there?
Yeah,
Oh my God, you've been in there?
Yeah, there is
There's a line.
there is a MGM, an Ethiopian own restaurant.
That's
there.
my tree. That's my little tree, and that's the MGM. And the one that's Miracle on 7th Street. If you haven't been in there, there's usually a line around a mile long, and so there was no line, so I had to go inside, check it out, and so it's called Candyland, and it really is Candyland, no kidding. And so
It's really
anyway, I
candy?
had to show it. It was real candy in there.
wow, okay.
Yeah. So I definitely
Do you know that Chef Marcus Samuelson from Ethiopia has a restaurant down there?
in
MGM.
there.
MGM?
Oh yes, I know him. Yes, I was in his restaurant. It was
Yeah.
very, very nice. So anyway, so I want to thank you for tuning in, and we just wanted to get into the holiday spirit. And of course, you saw my little photos there. So we're gonna come back. Let's go to Raheem first before I go over to my friend over here. Raheem, he was actually down the street over here at the Howard Theater. That was me with Angie Stone. I actually left the Howard Theater and went over. That's Raheem, of course, doing his thing best. He was throwing it down up in there. I don't know if you went to his event, but it was a holiday fundraising event. We had a couple of the beauty queens from Miss USA. That was Majors. I mean, who was in the house? That's all I'm going to say. And I was in the house, and of course, you see me, I was in the house. Everybody was in the house, as you can see, right? So anyway, give big shout out to Raheem for doing a fabulous, fabulous event. I had a wonderful time, and I actually took Angie Stone over to the MGM because she wanted to go and check it out. So I actually escorted her over there, and we had a wonderful time. We didn't leave until like 2 a.m. But anyway, we hope to do some fabulous things also with Raheem. He's actually going to hopefully one day come onto the set, and also Angie promised me that she would come on too. So we look forward to that as well. But we're going to move it right along because of press of time. We're going to bring it, hand it back over to my friend Hubert, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of.
Oh, be nice.
Huh? What? I used to say, besides running for state Senate District 32 for Maryland and Anne Arundel County, he has his BS in criminal justice from the Methodist University and a master's in theological. I always mess up. Studies from Liberty University. He is an Army brat. Oh, combat. You know how to say that, right?
Combat. Yeah.
And he is dedicated. Really dedicated. He's a Republican Party. So we want to give a big shout out for having him here today. We're excited for him. And he is a member, I guess Hubert is a member of District 32 Republican Club, Elephant Club, Maryland Black Republican Club. And he works at Ted Cruz campaign, Mitt Romney, John Kane, we got to change it up sometime. We are Democrat. We are no. But we got a man here that's doing wonderful things. And we want to support a brother because he's all around and he's doing some wonderful things. And we love what he stands for. So we're going to let him tell you all about who he is. And we're happy to have him on the show.
I'm just a simple man, young man, trying to aspire to be like you folks right here, I'm just a veteran who entered the politics because I want to do more pretty much for the people.
Right.
Especially in Maryland, and I really hate the division between the Democrats and Republicans. Because at the end of the day, people out there really need our help. And I do feel like part of my platform is transparency for an open door policy. Because I think a lot of times most politicians get so caught up with the title and the power struggles and trying to prove which party is better than the other to where we forget about the people.
The people is more
and
important.
And the people are the main component. Now, as an African American Republican, when I put my name on the ballot, I did not know that I was going to be the first African American to run for state senate in the county.
The first, yes.
Really?
It's all right.
And so right then, I'm part of NAACP as well, the co-chairman of the criminal justice division. I'm not up for re-election because campaign, but I'm a very big activist in the NAACP, and they also recognize me as well. In my campaign. That's very big for a Republican.
Of course, yes, it is.
Very
Absolutely.
big. But my mission is pretty much I don't want to get in office and forget about our community, which is the black community.
Very important.
Now, I love all people in the community, but I do feel like at sometimes the Democrat ignores the black vote. Took advantage of it, and Republicans ignored the vote.
That's
the
right.
Black constituents. And my goal is to make it an even playing field for everybody. Because we all God's children.
We sure are.
And they're all taxpayers. So why not treat everybody equally and put away the D and the R and all that other stuff.
Is it D and the R? I mean, I didn't learn until I started, voting, I guess. Do you know anything about D and R? Did you know there was a D and R? You just, because, coming from Ethiopia, right? We don't have this sort of thing, right? That's like my mother said, we're all one, we're all one. Why worry about the color of the skin, whatever? But anyway, go ahead, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. I'm really enjoying the process. I met a lot of great people.
And you had some kind of history. I just love hearing your background, your story, and where you came from, how you started. I mean, you could tell it if you want to. You could tell a little synopsis. But this brother here, even though he's an Army brat, he's come a long way, and I want to give him credit. He's been through a lot. And so for him to come up at it from D.C., right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a homeboy right here in the Washington, D.C. area. He was doing all kind of stuff. I guess that's what they do, right, when they're from D.C. In certain sections of the D.C. area, right? DC. And you're from where?
Born in North Carolina.
Okay.
That's my family. Shout out to Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Fayetteville,
my family out
right.
there. Family in Atlanta. So I'm wearing my Falcon colors today.
I see.
Hopefully they get to play also. I'm trying to show them some support.
Oh, he's showing them love.
My lifestyle was no more than the typical black man lifestyle. Inner city, single mother. My mother did a great job raising me and my sister. I was still out there trying to hang around the wrong crowd of people.
Yeah.
Some things, and I got no regrets about my life. My life taught me a lot. It taught me how to put people around me pretty much and to recognize the good and the bad in any situation.
That's right.
And now, especially me being in the political arena, I really need that kind of knowledge and that insight and that third eye because,
absolutely,
politics can be a very dark thing. It could be very personal. And because I see how a person really gets when somebody don't want to use their power. It could get pretty dirty.
Right.
But my goal is to encourage any African American man out there and woman
to mentor. Yeah, I'm sure.
Please,
yes,
please
mentor is very important.
And always go back. Please I don't care how big you make in life.
Right.
Please never forget where you come from.
That's right.
That's right. My head is above the clouds right now, but my feet touch the ground.
There you go.
And I never forget. And it's small little stomping grounds right here.
Right at Howard area. Yeah. You went to Howard, right? You took some classes.
Yeah.
Hey. It's a lot going on to walk them streets over there. I work at Howard, so I can understand.
Yeah.
In school as well. So
I encourage a lot of, especially African Americans, when you get in a powerful position or you get in a position to help somebody else, please do that.
Yes.
Please take that brother, that sister by the hand, show them some love, mentor them, guide them. Crack the door open a little bit for them. You can't get the door all the way open. At least crack it.
You have to help because sometimes they really don't know, especially the ones right in high school. You really have to mentor them.
And yes. And me coming into Maryland politics, I'm pretty much new to it. Mm-hmm. I had some very great people that, black and white, to teach me the politics of Maryland politics. Is very different coming from Atlanta. I just moved from Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta, yes.
It's very different from the South. So
what made you move to Maryland opposed to Virginia?
One
Any particular reason?
Politics.
Oh yeah,
and you know what?
Politics
A change.
Will take you there.
And you know what? And a change of scenery. I told my wife, I was like, guess what? We're going to go to Maryland. We're going to do this. Now she gave me the side eye a little bit, like really.
I'm sure.
We ain't got nobody in Maryland.
No.
We got to start all over again. But being a great wife that she was, she's the foundation of it. She supported me.
Good.
And there been times where we question ourselves, like, this going to work? It's going to work. I got faith in it. And,
that's right.
And it worked. It came out, and I didn't know. I'm going to run for.
I mean, you all the way going for the state. I'm talking about state senate. You like bypassing everything. I'm going right to the top, right here.
And guess what? They gave me. We part like this. Wait a minute. State senate? Are you serious? How about House of Delegates?
Yeah, right.
Court of Clerks.
Something.
County Council. But you go to the state senate. I'm like this.
Playing.
Everything I went through in life, being the sole survivor of a Humvee accident.
Wow.
Almost losing my life in war, fighting for my country.
Yeah,
everything that I went through out here as an African American man, I overcame so much adversity to where it be a slap in God's face not to go for the big gusto.
Why not? Absolutely.
I stood down on faith. I said, God going to catch me.
That's
right. So I put my name on that ballot. They still look at me crazy, like, can you do it?
Yes, I can. If you think hard enough, you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah. So now they're like, So now they're like, okay, wow, you really are doing it.
Yes, that's right. I have faith in you. I believe in you. Hey,
Well, thank
I've
you.
seen you and met you on different occasions and talked to you and
yes. Oh,
know
yes.
your background and everything. And I love the work you're doing.
Oh, thank
And
you
I
so
think
much.
On Around the
How'd
County
you
is a
meet?
great place.
How'd you meet him?
I met him through my girlfriend Denise.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He
Yes.
says, I met this brother. He's doing a wonderful thing, and his wife is doing one thing, and talked about Atlanta a little bit, because you used to live in Atlanta.
Yes,
Your
yes.
wife is from
That's where I met
Atlanta as
my
well.
wife, yes,
You
yes.
see? And so she's from Atlanta, so she said, oh, you have to meet him, and it is. And I says, absolutely. So he came to Howard. That was that picture that we took over there.
Mm-hmm.
I did a little mini photo shoot.
And she did a great job, 'cause I'm not very photogenic. I'm like, I like taking pictures. I'm not very photogenic.
Right,
But
right.
she made it work, and I'm very proud of her. So,
Oh, thank you,
thank you so
thank
much
you.
for
So
everything.
I
But
was really happy that you were able to come on the show on short notice, and
Oh,
I thought this was
no.
very nice.
You-
Yeah, I
and
said
you-
dress casually, just be yourself, and because that's what this
Yes.
show was all about.
yes.
You know?
Simple.
Yes, he loves it simple. He
Oh,
loves
yes,
the word
I
simple.
like it. I wear suits every day, and people
Right.
would be when they hear the word state senator, they be
They
like,
think, okay, coming in with, like this, right?
well, people be surprised when they saw me anywhere. I might go out to eat. I might get a drink at the bar somewhere, watch
Right,
a game.
that's
Hey,
right.
we know you. So you do?
You do,
Like,
right?
really? Like, yeah.
You
we know about
recognize me?
Yeah, but it's not hard, being the only black man in Polk Party and around the county running for office.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Everybody
different.
tend to, but I like it, and I got a lot of support, both from the elders, the millennials,
Right.
and I like,
right.
wow, this is really happening.
Well, I
It
look
motivates me
forward.
every day.
I look forward to being a part of the different events that
Oh, yes.
you attend, or
Yes.
need a
Got some-
photographer,
got
because
some
that's what I
fundraisers
do.
coming up.
We're gonna some what?
Got some fundraisers coming up in January.
Oh, I know. I'm waiting for the fundraisers, right? I support everybody. When he says, come on out and get some footage,
yeah.
I mean, as a matter of fact, I was just in the White House, believe it or not. Did you see my pictures in the White House?
No.
I sure did. I sure did go in the White House. Absolutely. I needed to see what the difference in the photos and the pictures.
That's
and-
how we met
and-
last
and-
year anyway.
I went for a tour. I said, Leah, come on, let's go and get some footage over here. So we actually was in there taking some really nice pictures. Yeah. So, I mean, to compare the difference from last time I was in there and this time, I mean, the rooms look similar to me, other than a little bit of, flowers. That was the only thing I saw that was different in there. Yeah, but we did get to go, and it was very, very nice. Yeah. So I was happy. Anyway, you have some guests coming on today, right? Will they be joining us today?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see?
But we have an event on Wednesday. We'd like to discuss about that. We have the 13th anniversary of Kwanzaa and Ganna.
Kwanzaa,
And
yes.
Ganna is the Ethiopian early celebration of the Ethiopian Christmas.
Is that so? I celebrate Christmas usually on Christmas Eve by going to church. I'm Catholic. I don't know if anybody else is, but that's what I do when I celebrate
I'm
Kwanzaa.
Orthodox.
And he's an Orthodox
Christian, yes.
Okay, so you celebrate Christmas?
Yeah, we celebrated on January 7.
Not today. Not
No,
tomorrow.
well, we celebrated actually.
Oh.
Since we're in America, we celebrate now
Everything
3.
they celebrate,
I celebrate
right?
3. For instance, I celebrate the European Christmas. That's tomorrow. Then
Yes.
Tuesday I'll do the Kwanzaa.
Okay.
And the same day we do early celebration of Ethiopian with them.
Oh,
because
yeah.
what we do is tomorrow we'll have Ethiopian traditional shows, coffee ceremonies, and the bringing
Wow.
of bread. So we have been doing it the last 13 years with the
Okay.
Honorable Babasi Melvin Deal.
Wow.
Yeah, and Babasi and Melvin Deal and the other groups coming on Tuesday.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I want to just show some pictures if I can. I was in Atlanta. I was at the Mass Ball, the Atlanta Mass Ball, where changed over to the, who is, bringing in the old and the new. So Kasim was there. So I want to show a little video that Kasim is handing the torch over. Can we show that video real quick?
Congratulations again to Mayor-elect Bottoms. You are inheriting an amazing team to work with in the coming years. And you are now officially the new steward of one of the city of Atlanta's greatest traditions. We stand here tonight in honor of you. Thank you for your service. God bless you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Now, as you can see,
Who is the
Kasim,
new one?
yep,
Okay.
he was bringing in and handing the torch over to the new man. because it was a star-studded event. I drove with my girl Denise. We went up there for the day, left in the morning, went to the event in the night, and came right back, drove straight back. Now, you know what I'm talking about? Talking about tired? Show some footage of the event. It was truly, truly an amazing event. As you can see, she actually got up and spoke. I didn't catch it. I have a million pictures over there, but you can see who was in the house. I mean, everybody, right? And so, not to put in the names, I ain't even saying, you can kind of guess, and you can see who was there, right down to the mayor. That was. But anyway, and that's Denise. That was me and my little, outfit here. Me and Denise getting ready to step out and doing our thing. And then we have a little video. Did I send you that link for that video as well? I don't know if you were able to pick that up. I did send it to you if you could look for it in the queue. But also, I want to talk about Escape. I actually went to an event it was called, it was actually in Baltimore. We drove up for the day. That remember that?
Yes.
You remember that restaurant, Timbuktu? I
Yes.
think it was.
Yes.
Timbuktu is a restaurant we went to. We hung out, and that food was so good.
was.
Oh my goodness, the lobster,
lamb chops
the
was
lamb
good.
chops. What?
Yeah, I'm still
The
eating that lamb
shrimp
chop.
and stuff, everything. Right? It was so good, and it is like definitely in Timbuktu because I don't even know where it was. It was like off to the
Right.
side somewhere.
That's
But
in my district. I learned about it. I'm like,
and you didn't even know about it. Is that Anne Arundel County right there? That is. See, I didn't even know. I just learned something new. But after we left you, we actually went to see Escape. So I don't know if you were able to hear about it. Tamar Braxton, she was a part of that. And I'm talking about let's show some pictures. I mean, I just have a few because I didn't bring in my camera. But that show right there, I mean, I told my daughter Leah, I said, you needed to be in there. Now hold that thought right there with that photo. Do you see how many people was in that audience? Wow. Oh my goodness. It was so many people, it was too many people. It was crowded. Lucky thing I was by the door, because if I was in the crowd in the mix, I'd have been a little bit claustrophobic, right? Anyway, that was Monica. She was doing what she does best, singing, and everybody else. And you see the audience there? Can you see the place was, it was packed. 11,000 people, I think, was in there altogether. That was a lot of people.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot, though, but in your opinion, who was the best?
Who performed?
Yeah, who's the best performer?
I don't know what the group was. I don't know if that's Q and June's Diary. I don't know. Let me tell you. No, let me get it straight. I'm not going to say I love Tamara. She did her thing. She came up there and she was singing. Right. But when Escape came up there, those women up there, they had on some work clothes. And then they took off the work clothes and they was ready to get down and party and have a fabulous time. They put on a show. Yeah. When I say they put on a show, they put on a show. It was, then I was wondering why all the ladies were dressed certain ways. They were everybody that came in there was dressed similar. Yeah. Right? You could see it, and I was like, wow, what kind of party is this, Denise? They're like, this is a club. And when I saw them on the stage, it made sense because they were all dressed on the stage, how everybody they walked in looking the same, right? And they put on a show that was super, super fabulous. And the energy in the room was wonderful. I had a wonderful time. You wouldn't be tired. This one here is tired, but you wouldn't. He needs to hear the music, right?
Yeah.
He needed to hear the music on that one. What? But anyway, I had a fabulous, fabulous time, and I just want to say, if they come back, I will take my daughter to that show.
Did you drive all the way?
To this one, Escape?
Yeah.
That was right there in Baltimore.
Oh, the Baltimore.
We just drove to Baltimore, had dinner, and then we left, and then we went to the show.
I thought you went to Atlanta.
Right
Atlanta. You didn't go?
Oh, I drove to Atlanta when I went to the Mass Ball. We drove for the day in the morning, got there in the night, went to the show, and came back the same night, 3 o'clock in the morning, left the party and came back, and we was back in town.
Amazing energy, huh?
Yeah, we had amazing. Yes, we did. Okay, so I'm gonna just change it over to an event that I had, and just want to show those 2 flyers I sent you, if we can. If we can show those flyers, because I don't have the pictures here today, and I'm going to have you go to my website. But as you can see, Tamra, you was one of the honorees. What did you think of that event?
Thank you so much.
Anez Jenkins, Chu Smith, Jan DePlane, Lance London, Andrew Robinson, Annette Ford, and Darryl Sims. And one and only, the Honorable Jean Kahn. She actually came out and she stayed there and she sat and she really enjoyed herself. And Denise was there. And let me forget my girl, Sylvia Trey Moore. Morrison. She was the mistress of ceremony, and she did her thing. Boy, she had them on the floor with her Whoopi Goldberg's, piece that she did. And Denise, she moderated the panel. And Marcella Barnes, when she got up there and spoke, she was doing her thing. And also Erica Simpson, she came all the way from North Carolina, if I'm thinking of one of those areas there. She did travel just to be a part of it. And then we had a mini fashion show with Rahel's daughters, and a couple of other folks was there. And so we want to give a big shout out to everybody who came out, and Lance London for providing the food, because we had enough food for a week. As a matter of fact, I think Denise is still eating it. I think she took some down to Atlanta to share with her family. So that was kind of cool. Truly was nice. What did you think of that?
Well, it was great. In fact, I already made a business contact, and I already sent a letter to Mr. London for a film proposal.
Wow.
So it's a good contact. Hope he will respond back to it.
Okay. And then we want to
Maybe
talk
to him.
I'm sure. Let's talk about the music. Can we show the other flyer? Did I send you another flyer as well? It says who performed that day, right? Mm-hmm. So, and they all came out and they did a fabulous job. I want to say give a big shout out to Eugene Chapman. He was a saxophone. He actually performed when Gene Kahn was there, because we actually went to a show that night, and it was awesome. And then we had Chris. I ain't even going to say Ukwewa. He always says it right, but I ain't gonna mess it up again. Anyway, so he was up there singing, and they didn't even want him to stop. That's all I'm gonna say. And then we had Alex. Cologne. He came from New York just to perform for me with the drums, the Garifuna music. I don't know if you were able. You were there long enough to hear it, right?
I stayed all the long. It was very good.
It was very, very nice. He did the drumming in the end, and then we had Miss Africa USA. And then the former Miss Africa, she wasn't able to come, but we want to give a shout out to her as well. Hopefully when we have an event next time, she will be there. And Harold Andrews, he was singing his heart out. Oh my goodness. He closed this out and did his piece, and he was singing, and I think he got a gig from that as well, if I'm correct. And my brother Wayne, you see him there, he wasn't able to go. I think it was Lady K. She actually was filling in for him. She actually did the DJing for us. So between the music and the DJing and Lee's Florist, they actually was able to provide us with some flowers to give to the honoree of Gene Kahn there, and she was loving it. And also Sylvia, we gave her some flowers too, some roses at that. And Sylvia was showing me the pictures. If I had known, I would have brought some other photos with that as well for you to see. But anyway, we wanted to give a big shout out to all who participated in it and came out and did their thing. Good event.
Very good, yeah.
But anyway, we want to hand it back over to my friend Tamron. I know your guest is not here, but can you talk a little bit about Kwanzaa and the different events? If we could show some of your pictures, if you don't mind.
I don't know he has any picture, does he?
Yeah, you have some pictures. Can you show his pictures for me, if you don't mind? And then we could talk about a little bit about.
Great.
Let's hold it right there. Let's talk about this.
Well,
picture
over
right
here, what you see is the breaking of Ethiopian braid and last year's Kwanzaa and Ghana celebration. Ghana is the Ethiopian Christmas. We actually do it earlier for the friendship. Mm-hmm. And here you see on the left is the president of the Miss Africa USA, Lady Kate.
Oh, I see her, yeah. Where was this taken?
It was in Prince PG County. I'll give you the detail.
Oh, very nice.
And next is the Honorable Bab Bassi. He's
okay.
Then I'm in the center, and then this is an Ethiopian guy from the church.
I've seen him before.
Yeah. And
yes.
the second one is last year's Miss Ethiopia USA, and on the right is the Honorable Reverend Melvin Dill. We started this in 2004. It just happened that I put a petition on a web page asking people for advice to rename a street under the name of Little Ethiopia. Actually, not Little, but just a name under Ethiopia's name, citing the longest and the biggest relationship Ethiopians and African Americans and the others have. Especially in the Washington D.C. has been very kind enough to the former Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie. He came here to the United States 6 times. He had 6 state visits, and also he came for the funeral of John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy. So we have a very long relationship, including when Ethiopia was attacked by Italian fascists from 1935-41. There was quite a big movement. Over 17,000 African American wants to go back and fight for Ethiopia, and the representative of the emperor, graduate of Howard University, Dr. Malako Bayan, was having his center around the Shaw area. So that's how it started. So what happened was when that petition was out, there was some kind of an incident that an Ethiopian guy made some wrong statement in a newspaper that brought a lot of problem for us. But council member, he sent, Melvin Deal sent a letter to the council member saying that, look, I'm very surprised that if African Americans are not supporting that because it's of people coming from Africa. And he said he wants to bring the relationship and establish kind of relationship with Ethiopians. And he asked for the council member that he's having in 2004 the Kwanzaa program. And the council member, Jim Graham, sent a letter to me and to the gentleman who put that derogatory article on the magazine. So I joined them, and then we had the first event at the Lincoln Theater on December 26, 2004. And since then, we have it every year.
Wow.
We'll have one on December 20th on Tuesday.
On Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay. And then I saw another picture, if we can show that picture as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't
Can
get
we
a
show
chance to
his
put
other
more.
picture?
Yeah.
No, he has. He showed the picture that you have, the next one.
Oh, okay, great. Well, this is, her name is Miss Almaz Talahun. She's an actress of the movie, which we had the producer, director on our show last week. She'll be performing on Tuesday.
Okay.
From 5 o'clock, she'll do traditional Ethiopian dance. She'll do prepare a coffee ceremony, and also do the braid egg. So that's what we have her.
Okay. So I'm gonna send you also. He has another picture too, right? If we could show that other picture as well.
Oh, this
Tell
is a
us
great
about
picture.
that.
This is a great picture. This great picture was got it from NPR. Here it is, Almaz again. I believe this was about 5 or 6 years ago when we were doing the Kwanzaa program with African American groups. She's dancing the Ethiopian movement with
I
them.
see,
Yeah,
I
so
see.
this had a big coverage on NPR about the relationship.
And I just send you some pictures and tell us about this one as well.
Okay, this is in 2010. Malkam Ganna means, the Ethiopian. See, what we are doing is for the sake of friendship, we are doing early celebration of Ganna. Actually, our celebration is on January 7, but we're doing it on Tuesday. So this was in 2010, and these are the two original pictures. On the right, Almaz is making coffee,
And I
and
send you some
another
pictures
actress
too.
is doing the skista. That's what it is, the dance, the shoulder dance.
Oh, the shoulder dance. Yeah,
Yes.
I know about the shoulder
Yeah.
dance. You know those Ethiopians, boy, they got
Exactly.
good shoulders,
Exactly.
boy.
That's
Hey,
what
show
you
us
do.
a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
So, not to change the subject, but I just sent you some pictures. Larry with event, I guess concierge, right? He held an event and he honored me. Not to change it, but I sent you some pictures there. Did you see it? So we want to give him a shout out as well with Stacy Lattisaw. She came out and she was actually participated in it. And I was actually one of the honorees. Yes, I was. He actually
That's
honored
good.
me. So, and then he had a little celebration, and it was a little storm that day, but we came out and we represented. We had a wonderful time.
I know some of them.
Someone bring them back to the other picture. That's a nice picture, Larry. I said, Larry, you're going to love me when you see this one picture right there. And then, so I wanted to give a little synopsis of the photos here. And as you can clearly see, some of them people right there, they're from your town.
Yeah.
Right?
Some of my Mason brothers as well.
Oh, for real? Oh, my goodness. See, look at that, right?
Yeah.
So, I had to show that, right? And I'm also, being that we still have time because your friends are not here yet, right? I didn't prepare to bring my pictures, but don't you worry. I got lots of photos that we can share, even though I don't have. If I send a link, can you share the link and move it along with the photos? If you can do that, that would be awesome. I'll send you the gallery. And if you can just open the gallery and share it, if you can. I don't know if that's possible. And I'm going to send it to you right now. Just that one particular And then we could show some of the pictures from my event if we can. So I'm going to send that to you right now. If we can see if we can show it in this way, we can, let you know what happened in my event. Now, this is first time showing the footage.
That's good.
If we can. And this one was the one I had. Remember the one you got honored? We took a lot of pictures, but there's so many pictures. I mean, I've been doing so many different events, private and also, personal and private, that I haven't even had time to show my photos of what I did, right? Isn't that crazy? And everybody's saying, Patricia, where's the pictures? Where's the pictures? I'm like, don't worry, it's coming. Now, I have it in a folder here, so we're going to show the pictures. You're in a lot of the pictures, too, because, his big head was sitting in the front row. He was blocking the pictures. And I had Leah, she was on the camera doing her thing. And I said, Leah, you going to move?
Well,
can
thank you,
stand
Leah.
up?
Thank you, Leah.
So I had to take all the pictures with his head in it, crop it out, crop out the picture. So that's what took me so long to get the photos done. It's over 1,000 pictures. I kid you
Really?
not.
Wow.
And so if you don't see it here, I'm going to show it on social media later on my Facebook page, and I'm going to send it. I'm going to show it out. I'm going to show it today. So if you don't, I don't know if he can show it. Can you? You're not able to. Oh no, you take your time. So we're going to go back over to my brother over here.
Okay.
Absolutely, the senator soon to be, right? The senator soon to be. So tell us a little bit. So what did you like to do when you were young, growing up? And I know you was into a lot of stuff, I know, but I'm just saying, what was your personality like?
My personality, I was very wild and bumptious, but I was very shy though.
You
I was
look
very-
shy to you?
I was very shy. I was a very shy little dude.
Okay.
I've always been very reserved to myself. I was quiet.
Okay.
And they always said, watch them quiet ones.
Yes, they do. Yes,
I was very
that's
observant.
Aaliyah.
I was very observant,
Uh-huh.
and I always watch my surroundings. And I
Okay.
always learn a lot. I got a very old soul.
That's good. That's good.
I got
That's
a very
good.
old soul, so I feel like I got a lot of wisdom for my age. But growing up, I did some things back, okay, then looking back, that wasn't very smart what I
A
did.
lot of people didn't do things
And
right.
then some translation
Right.
went in my life, far as, I ain't actually made anything in my life, like legal troubles I've been involved
yeah,
in.
lots.
It taught me a whole lot, and then that's
Right.
where the politics came in. Everything I went through in life was because of politics.
Because you learned and you want to give back and you want to share and you want to do for others, right?
Especially
And
criminal
hopefully
justice
they don't
reform.
make mistakes, right?
Yeah, the criminal justice system is very different for us
Oh,
as it is for other people.
yeah, I know.
And once you get in, you're like, what? Wait a minute, he did the same thing I did.
How come I
didn't
get the
that
same thing, right?
Really?
Well, that's
it
how it
happens.
is. Well, that's why you're in that area. That's why
Oh,
you
yeah.
went to school to,
yeah.
And then when you was in the military, is that what you studied? No, you don't study down there, right?
When I was in the military, I've been all over places. I did some tours in the military.
Okay,
Met a lot
okay.
of cultures and customs of life. They introduced me to a whole new world.
Wow.
They got me off my back porch to see the whole world.
Ain't it something?
And I learned a lot of things, met a lot of great people, a lot of great
Wow.
experiences, and it helps build character as well. Because
Okay.
I need some discipline growing up.
I know that's
I was a
right.
wild little boy growing up.
You used to live in Anacostia too, right?
Yeah.
And I was there for an event recently. I actually covered an event over there in Anacostia. And I mean, that's not my area. I'm from New York,
Ain't the
Staten
same,
Island,
ain't the
but
same it used to be.
they looked like they
changed a
just
whole
took
lot.
the whole city and dug it out and put it back together and stuck the people in the middle. And they got some really nice places over there. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! And the water was on one side. You can actually see the water. And the way they did the street,
Right.
they cut it they went in the middle of the street and they like partitioned it or something.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't get that part. Why did they do that?
I had no idea.
And I don't even know, can cars go on the other side? Like, is it for bicycle trails or something? They got bicycle trails going on over there?
I saw a few bicycles went
You
down
did?
that way, and I wondered the same thing. Can cars go through
Can
here?
cars go? That's what I said. But anyway, the neighborhood, the parks, the recreational part of it,
Right.
and the community centers that they have, they're trying to bring the students together and, giving them positive things to look
Right.
forward and to do.
Now I'm proud of DC how it has came up, how
Mm-hmm.
it has grown and developed. Some might call it gentrification.
Right.
Some might call it growth. I'm all for growth because my area, my district where I live at, it was known as a nice, small, family-oriented community. Now, the thing turn around, it's a new shopping center, new luxury condos being built, and I'm all for growth just as long as that it's for everybody.
Right.
I'm not
right.
for those who've been there all day lives and then we got to gentrify them out of just to please the corporate America, and I'm all for like small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's enough room for everybody. And,
I totally agree. That's right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm all for growth, but I'm against corporate inversions as well. I want to make sure that mother who had that bakery could pass down to her daughter, or that photographer studio could be passed down to hers. And
I don't know if Leah wants to do the photography, but yes, I
that
totally
barbershop,
agree.
You know, the barbershop where that young man grew up, you know, maybe one day he would pass down to him. And that's one thing we got to learn in the African American community is learn how to pass things down.
Pass it down.
Don't sell it. You know, I know everybody say, well, we need the money to sell it. You know, that's great, but we need to create our own legacies in our own community.
Right. I totally agree. Yeah, and I'm gonna not to talk about legacy because I'm always doing the photos. I'm always telling my kids, "Come on, let's do this. You do this. You do this." I put them all over the place. That's what you got. You got to teach them. You got to keep them busy. You got to keep them engaged. And just have them doing all different types of things. So I totally agree. And I think that the event that I went to that was in Anacostia, they were actually having a little. They were showing kids about playing basketball and losing, and when you lose, don't get too discouraged. It's just a game.
Oh, you can lose a lot of life, trust me.
Right. Yeah, it's just a game.
I lost
and
a lot of life.
I'm sure. I'm sure growing up over there. So I'm going to show, I'm going to bring some pictures into the scene. I don't know, he wasn't able to access it. So I'm going to show you some pictures that I took at my events. I think, yeah. First, I'm going to show you this one. You've probably seen this one already, right? And then I'm going to show you, I'm doing an event for New Year's Eve. What do you do for the New Year's Eve? I'm just curious.
That's my birthday. January 1st.
Oh, your birthday. What?
My birthday, New Year's Day.
Wow.
I was just like, go to church New Year's, or come home, sit down with the wife, watch Dick's art, drink a little something.
I know that's right. I know.
And thank God that I see another New Year. Thank God that it was very prosperous, and
Okay.
never take anything for granted.
And tell me, how do you bring in the New Year's? I'm gonna tell you how I brought it when I was young. How do you bring in the New Year?
You mean how I spend?
Yeah,
I spend with the family.
You go to church, you bring it in the New Year.
Yeah, well,
so,
I
know
told
you spend it with
we
the
have
family,
three holidays, so it's gonna be on January 7, But
Okay.
the others tonight I have a dinner, and on the New Year Eve I have a dinner, and on the 30th I have a dinner. I go for dinner.
Oh, for dinner for the New Year's.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm actually trying to send you a picture of an event that I'm actually covering. It's called the Spy Gala, and it's a big event. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Just give me one if I can get it to act right, so we can.
Didn't we have one of them at the that day for your?
Yes,
I
they
remember.
actually came out. Absolutely, they sure did. So I'm going to send you two pictures, right? If you can show it. And I'm going to send it to you right now. It doesn't have any text in it. While we wait for your guests to arrive if they come, right? But it's okay. Next time we'll have them here early.
Well, maybe we'll do it next week.
Next
After the
week?
show,
Right before.
Yeah, after the show, we can show it. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, no problem at all. So I sent you two pictures. If we can just show them differently, one at a time, of course. One is the Spy Gala. It's going to be held the New Year's Eve. I will be covering it. Normally I'm in church that time, but they actually want me to come out and support them. And it's going to be the theme, 007. You can see. If you can show those pictures, 007 will be in the building. And so check out the Spy Gala DC website for details. Isn't that nice? We have one of the girls here. You need to be there? Well, you can let me know. You can come out and have fun. Oh, my goodness. What? And there's a video right now that my friend actually put together and put it on social media. If I had that video right now, I would be showing it. I didn't bring too much of my videos, because I didn't want to take up the time on the show. As you can see, they're going to be live and ready to go. And so this particular picture, we're going to hold it right there with Rahel, the Beauty Queens, me, Miss Africa USA, Miss Southern USA was in the building. And these were my little models, and that's Rahel's friend on the right. As you know.
I'd like you to send me this picture. I'll cover it on our magazine.
Yes. This is a nice one. So anyway, we had a wonderful, wonderful time here. And then, so this was at my events. So stay tuned for additional photos. We're not able to maneuver to show the pictures. We will in a minute. 1 second. but we will share some of the pictures later on today because I'm going to do a year in review. So we're going to make it work for us. But we actually have a guest in the building. If we can get another chair and if we can play maybe that Christmas song again while we bring her on, that would be awesome. Okay, we are back by popular demand. Guess who just walked in the building?
Yes.
Well, we'll have Tamron introduce.
Hello. We have here Her Highness Princess Gaila Selassie. She just came to speak about the Ethiopian Christmas. Since we're not having Reverend Melvin, he said that he'd like to do it next time because he's held up in the church. She can give us some short briefing about the Ethiopian Christmas on January 7th.
Well, Merry Christmas to everybody. Unfortunately, we Ethiopians do have a different calendar and we'll be celebrating Ethiopian Christmas for Epiphany. It's January 7th. And we think that the exact birth, the birth of Christ is according to Ethiopian calendar. So, but
January 7th?
January 7th. It's according to our old ancient Ethiopian calendar. But celebration, the Christmas is very much of a religious holiday for Ethiopians because we believe that the Ethiopian Orthodox faith followers were the one first were even before the birth of Christ, they were anticipating his birth, and they actually were Christians long before he was born. That's what really fascinates the world. According to the prophecies, the birth of Christ was very much waited anxiously for the Ethiopian Orthodox Church then. But I have seen Christmas celebrated in 3 continents, and the Europeans, mostly the Catholics, are also do have a fasting period, just like us, and then they will be breaking their fasting on the eve of Christmas, and so as we do have 1
In
month.
January.
Yes,
They fast.
yes, yeah. We fast for a month and a quarter, and then we'll be breaking our fast on January 7th. As I said, it's a very, very religious holiday. We don't exchange gifts. Exchanging gifts is very much of a Western tradition. It's all about giving. It's about giving and also celebrating and anticipating the birth of Christ. That's how that we view Christmas.
So you said you don't give? There's no gift given with the Christmas?
Not gift giving.
It's like food and eating
it's giving, feeding the poor.
Okay.
Feeding the poor.
I
yes.
see.
Yeah.
What, do you want to add?
Yeah. Okay. As she gave you a brief statement about the Ethiopian Christmas, which is known as Ghana, we actually celebrating it earlier with our friends, the African American dancers and drummers, and 2 other groups in Switzerland, Maryland on Tuesday. We have been doing it for the last 13 years, as I said earlier. So, you know, the Ethiopians are kind of lucky to celebrate 3 Christmases. They do one tomorrow for the European, On Tuesday, the Kwanzaa, and then on the
Kwanzaa,
7th. So it's very, very interesting. So, we like to showcase our culture, and the last couple of weeks, Her Highness was with us. We have been in a couple of other places where we took the famous actress Almaz Talahon. She's a dancer, and she's an actress in that famous movie known as Woven, an Ethiopian movie, whereas the director and the producer is getting bigger and bigger because she's going to be doing another movie known as Abaka, which involves a lot of African American and other well-known actors. When it's coming, their script has already got an award. So
Wow.
it was quite an amazing time. We had a lot of events held. We did one in York, Pennsylvania. We had another one in Chantilly, Virginia. So we have been showcasing the magnificent Ethiopian culture.
Wow, that's wonderful, wonderful. So, hey, I'm telling you, I want to participate in the activities as well. So you'll have to keep me informed of what you guys
Please
are
do.
doing this week.
You are welcome to come on Tuesday.
Yeah.
If you have
So
time.
definitely, I will be in town. That
Probably
would be
the
good,
senator to be might be interested
Yes,
to come
the senator
on Tuesday.
The senator to
Oh,
be,
senator?
yeah.
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 Tuesday is gonna be held in Switzerland.
Okay.
Maryland.
That's
So-
Maryland, yeah.
Yes,
Was that
Maryland.
close by you?
Yeah.
That's close by me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Well,
you
you'll
know,
have to send them an invitation.
Yeah, I would say we have been doing this for the last 13 years. It's amazing. I mean, there's quite a lot of groups and a lot of attention about it.
Wow.
Because these are the type of things which brings
Right.
people together. As I told you earlier, the reason started was in 2004 when you have the conflict about that newspaper incident. Right. So we brought back that relationship. In fact. 3 years ago, the mayor of Washington D.C. was there, and he got a big attention on the media, saying that he's experiencing his culture, African culture. It was very interesting. It was very interesting. So we have a lot of things we are trying to do to encourage the Ethiopian, the African Americans, and other groups to work.
Wow, that sounds good.
And
yeah.
I was very impressed when she says no gift giving. I think sometimes we
Carried
lose
away.
sight. We lose
Right.
sight of what the holiday is really about.
Right.
And I believe that if you give to the poor, like I was just feeding some of the homeless over there in Baltimore City, and that there was more, and they were so happy to see somebody come out and care about them. Then later that night, I went out caroling in my district. People were crying, like, "Oh wow, you came out!" I mean, just giving back
Just get right.
is better than receiving.
Right.
Because normally I go home and celebrate Christmas, but I help somebody have a Christmas as well. So, and I know what it's like not to have a Christmas sometimes.
Yeah, I told definitely. I'm
I've
with that
been in
one
a
too.
situation in employment to have a real Christmas.
Right. So me, I'm gonna go home and cook some lasagna. How about that?
Yes.
And just do something
Yes,
quiet and
eating,
go to
yes,
church
with
and
family.
eating and and just
But
relax.
you've been all over the world. These days.
I've been all over the world.
Yeah.
Come on. I
Right.
mean, you've been many
Right.
places. I see a
I
lot
have.
here.
I've been. I haven't even showed half of the ones that I've been. But the thing is, sometimes you need to take a break.
Absolutely.
You don't have kids, so I
Yeah,
have to
tell
sit
us-
home and relax.
Yes,
about
Tell us your new visitation to the White House. When did you go to the White House?
I was just at the White House.
Oh, only once? She probably went several. She tried to be humble.
No, I went again. I went
Really?
recently.
Again,
Yes,
okay.
he's
How
not.
was
He's
it?
not on Facebook, so he doesn't know that I go.
I don't
on-
check Facebook. I'm not a Facebook man,
didn't see
I'm
it?
not. I didn't see it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, I did. White House. We had a wonderful time. We actually just, it was funny. It looked like it was only 20 people in there.
Oh, really?
I'm not kidding you. We went in there so fast, and we went in the door, the side, and we literally came through. It was like 3 rooms. It looked like it was a little bit of rooms. Before it was a million rooms, but it was all the same, right? And we went to the red room, the blue room, green. I don't know how many rooms they were, right? And then before you know, we were at the front door. I go, what happened to the singers? Wait, what happened to the singers and they're giving you like candy canes and like the Easter eggs or
Cut the
something.
budget. It was the
Something.
budget.
I was like, Leah, he was like, we're at the end. Are you serious? Wait a minute, we didn't get anything.
Oh,
We
that
got a little
is
book
so
coming in.
hilarious.
Not one
But
thing.
I remember.
There was nobody even singing.
You
Maybe
remember,
it's a weekday.
But don't say that because it's not a very good PR for the White House.
Oh, well, and look,
Yeah,
look, when I
it's
go
the
to the
truth.
White House, I mean, I want to, I
Yes.
loved it. It was beautiful. I felt the spirit of Christmas was in
Yeah.
the air. They decorated very nicely. However, I was expecting at least a piece of cookie or cracker when you go out the
it's
door.
True.
It
It's
didn't-
true.
Did you
It's
go?
true.
Have you been?
No, I didn't, but
Have you been?
I would expect
No.
them.
Oh, but
But
I
do you
know you've
remember-
been. I know somebody been other than me, right? So did you go to get the tour, or you probably went to dine and wine and dine?
Little
So you
bit
got a
of
little backdoor entrance,
A little bit of both.
right?
Yeah, you remember we met over there at the White House.
No, but
with
we were
Roma,
not
yeah?
in the White House. We
Yeah.
were in the White House, but we were in the executive office. This was the White House, like where we went in the door and we actually, were able to
actual
see
White
some.
House.
Yeah. Not the East Wing, but
interesting.
no,
Well,
who
I
was there.
heard last year that the first lady was receiving.
Shut up. What?
No, last year, the first lady, a year before, the first lady was actually receiving the visitors and welcoming them.
Oh, well, maybe it was
Yes, sir.
just a day that I came. I didn't come for the dinner part of it, and I didn't come for that. I'm gonna put a picture up there real quick so you can actually see that I was
You mean the
there.
White House?
I have some pictures here in the White House here. It was really, really nice. We
Did they
had
allow you
really,
to take photographs?
yeah. Matter of fact, you
fantastic.
could take a lot of pictures, and I'm gonna try to show them in a minute, right?
Was that you?
Yeah, but let's show it to our audience, right?
Oh, it looks
If we
like
have
a wedding.
it looks like a wedding. No, that's not a wedding. This was remember they showed it on everybody's looking at my camera. Don't worry, we're gonna share the pictures in a minute. We're gonna share it in a minute. Yeah, we were in there. Yeah, absolutely. And we just walked around and did our thing. Last time we was in the executive office. Did you come with us?
No,
Were you with us
no,
too?
there was the Ethiopian queen who went
Yeah,
there.
Rohama. I remember Rohama.
I remember, yeah.
But what a thought, just to take your daughter there. I would love to take my children there.
Oh, well, let's see if we can get your ticket. Ask my friend over here. He's got the, he's got the
got the
connect.
plug,
He got the
He's
plug.
Republican. He
how
got
fantastic.
yeah, I got
How
the plug.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
come and talk about it and
Okay.
then swap photographs.
So, like,
Maybe mine.
the first time I went when Obama was in office, and I actually went and I brought my camera, and I took pictures of every inch of the place. When I say every inch, there was nothing that I didn't miss because I was so excited to be there, right?
Right.
Everything detailed. And when I even bought an external drive that, to make sure there's nothing wrong. I'm going to have all these photos, and I bought an external drive, and I dropped all the pictures, and I deleted them from my camera. And then when I went to look at them, it was not there. I couldn't even get into the external drive. I was so mad. So I take it to the store. There's nothing on the external drive but the pictures from the White House. And I said to the guy, I was crazy. I said, I'm not able to access these pictures, and I'm very upset. And he goes, well, what was on there? Pictures from the White House. And he goes, let me check. he said, nope, nothing's on there. You want me to give you a new drive? And I go, no, I want that drive. He probably took all my pictures, and I was so mad.
That is so
So I
funny.
went back the next year and got some good footage, and it seemed like the
sweet.
same. It was a little different, but it was all good. I got
So
some
you
good
go every
pictures.
year?
Well, only if I'm invited.
Okay.
Yes, I've been there. I've been every year.
I
Yeah,
see what I could do.
Fantastic.
yeah. But he.
Well, she's a
Is
celebrity
this
photographer.
the White House?
Yes, I'm gonna. Let me
it looks
show
like
it.
your living room the way she posed. Sorry.
We're gonna.
Don't tell people.
Hopefully, we have a time. Can I send you 3 pictures and you can share them very quickly because they want to see the pictures. Of
We got a
yes.
minute, we got a minute.
If I can
Just
get
a
it
minute.
to, if I can get it to come through.
That is so funny.
Yes.
That is hilarious.
So let's see. I think I have some pictures here, and I'm gonna send it. Just a few pictures in the White House. Yeah. And I'm gonna
In the
send it.
meantime, I wanted to share with you, this morning I went to the Baptist church to celebrate Christmas because this is European Christmas. And it is in Old Town Alexandria, where 2 years ago the Obama celebrated Easter there.
Oh.
This is a black church.
Okay.
And it's absolutely phenomenal. The
Wow.
sermon about giving, what the senator had said. The church is raising so much money, and they give everything to the poor.
Wow.
And
And I
I
was able
like
to
that a
send
lot,
it.
but I've never heard of that a lot in this country, because I just don't like the idea of children associate Christmas only on receiving. And
Right.
we tend
Because
to
you
forget
expect
the
and
birth of
expect and a reason.
expecting and disappointment.
Right.
So you
Well,
give
that's
them
why I
one
always
gift.
take
Yeah,
them. I
yeah.
always take them to
Yeah.
church and let them get the real feeling of the
Exactly.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And to really feel the spirit of the Christmas, you know.
And to be
So
grateful.
let's show them
Yeah,
pictures
sure.
very quickly. So this is outside the White House when we came back. We were
Wow,
leaving,
it's beautiful
and
inside.
this is us like right outside too. Me
Was
and
that
Miss
the door that
Leah.
Oh,
Rosa?
Leah.
Yeah, they said he's hiding in the bushes.
That's the
Yeah.
Rosa door.
No, you should see one of her
Yes.
photographs looks like her living room.
Like
it's
here.
so beautiful.
See, it looks the
Like
same
her
because
mom.
this was the same. I mean, it
Beautiful.
probably
Look,
was
this one.
different.
This one that looks like
Like
her
your
living room.
house, it could have been, you know,
Beautiful.
yeah, and that's with they showed on TV when the first lady was walking through, in there, and I said, Leah, we got to get some pictures over here, absolutely, definitely. So,
And I love
so
which
this
room is this? The
it.
one with the white veil. Is
That's
the
when you
entrance?
first walk in the entrance. That's
it's
the
always been
entrance
like
to go.
that?
No, they change it up every year. Every
But
first
this like
lady,
the
I guess,
entrance of
decorates
bride
it.
And a bride. It's the entrance like for the bride.
Well, before it was different. I mean, I don't remember.
Ah.
You remember? I don't remember how it was last
Yeah.
year. It was definitely different. It was more green.
It's more green.
It was more green. You
Very
walked through,
green.
it was like trees and it was decorated. It was
Ah.
very festive. She had it all white, I guess. It's White House, right?
Wow.
So,
It's very white.
Yeah.
Hashtag White House is very
It
white.
is. Yeah.
but it was beautiful. I enjoyed being in there. But we don't have much time because we had to chime out. But I just want to say one thing. Normally, for the New Year's, usually when I was younger, when New Year's came and I used to bang the pots and pans. Did you ever do that for the New Year's? I mean, I don't know. We
I've
didn't
seen-
do
I've
pots
seen
and
it in
pans.
a
Is that here or
restaurant.
in
You
your country?
in New York?
No,
this is
I've seen
America.
it.
Are
I've
you
seen
born?
here.
Are you born in this country?
No, I'm not born in this country. Is this the immigration line or something? No.
Hey, it is. We got Jamaicans. We got.
I'm born in Belize, you know.
We were not
I
born.
became an American. Like, don't come after me, right? Anyway, born in Belize and raised in Staten Island. And every New Year's, when the New Year came, we would bang pots and pans and make all the noise. This was the kids
Yes,
celebrating with the
yes,
parents.
yes.
Nowadays, you go out, you got to go to the club and party and leave the kids
Yeah,
home.
yeah.
You know, it's a whole different scene.
That's how in Ethiopia the young girls do, you know.
They do what,
have
bang
to-
the pots?
I mean, they go special kind of thing. They make some paintings for their family and give it to them.
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
they
it's-
sing by your door,
Your
and
door,
they give
yeah.
them money,
Sing,
and
and
they
you-
paint.
yes.
They painted Jesus Christ as the nativity,
see?
and they give it to you, and you get money, and they sing.
So it's a whole different culture here in the U.S. now, this time. We need to bring all that fun stuff back. You know,
It's hard
truly.
with technology
It
because all the
is.
children
Yeah.
are now into their phone. It is
Right.
very, very difficult.
Yes.
I don't even think they have the patience to sit down and paint.
They probably don't. But anyway, we want to thank you for coming on, the new soon-to-be
Thank you.
senator and
Well,
the
sweet.
pretty ambassador. And
So how do
And
people?
Pembina
How do people reach him?
tell them how to. Yeah,
How
tell them
do
how to
people
find
reach
you.
him
Yeah,
to-
so they want to support you. Give
Okay.
to your foundation.
Well, right now, my
and
website is coming up. The RNC is building me a little special website, so that's coming up very soon.
everything. Okay.
You email me at my name hubertewans@yahoo.com. I got an open door policy, and
He's one of the coolest senators. Check him out.
yeah, open door policy. I try to
Very
be.
youth, which is nice.
Yes.
Well,
Oh
he's the
yeah.
youngest
He's
senator.
the young one. See, this,
Yeah.
this. Are you one of the youngest ones?
I believe so.
You see?
38.
See?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're going to be on the Guinness World Record.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you for coming
Yeah.
on the show today. Truly enjoyed
Oh
your
no, I
presence.
enjoy it. I enjoy it. Thank
As
you
soon
so
as he
much.
wins, I heard him here first. He said this is where he's going to stop.
I'm
Right
gonna
here.
stop right here.
To
All
make
right.
sure he comes on the show so I can
You got
interview
to
him.
pass to my inauguration.
And I even got a pass at inauguration.
Oh, do you
And-
do? Oh, you
Oh,
got to pass to my inauguration. Everybody.
Yeah, don't forget him because
Bring everybody.
Thank
Oh
yeah,
yes.
so
Oh
we want
yes.
to thank you for
Thank
also.
you. Thank
How
you
do we
for having
find
me.
you?
you.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell
why
us.
can't-
How can we find you?
Oh, you
Other
can
than
find me on
through?
my email, or my details are with Tamrat, but I've
Yes,
got.
okay.
You can
I'm
send me.
here. Yes. The email galilamariam@hotmail.com.
Okay, wonderful. And yes, and Tamara, we know where we can find you. Little
You know where to
Ethiopia.
find you. And I check on our magazine. It's called littleethiopia.org.
And of course, you know where you can find me, Patricia McDougall on the scene. I'll actually have a new Facebook page, another one added on, so I can add more. My extra 5,000 people who are dying to get in. That's all I say. So check me out on social media and also here on every Sunday at 2 o'clock at Listen Vision Radio. So a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.